guys, welcome back to Titan Talk. I'm the Atomic Beast, and this week I have a very special guest. Everyone, please welcome my guest, Methlokaiju. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Alright, so, first question, just to break the ice and everything. How old are you? Where are you from, really?
I am 16. I'm from California.
Sweet, nice. Alright. So I got nearly 10 years over, 8 years over you. So
shit, wow.
Interesting fucking time. Alright, So to put that in perspective, 2019, this is the second movie of the Monsterverse. So what's crazy is 5 years ago is when the legendary era of Godzilla started. So that means you were literally 11 when this shit started.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So to put that in perspective for you, when I was 11, that was 2005. That is the year after the Millennium series ended.
Oh my god!
So that is the last time we saw Godzilla. Before this one, when I was technically 10, because I was born in 1994, and Final Wars was 2004. Yeah. But I never saw it until years and years later.
Wow. Yeah, I was only 3 then. Jesus God.
Wow. Crazy times. All right. So how'd you originally get into Godzilla? Like what caused the obsession with it? Like all of us.
I guess my dad was like looking through some channels or something. I was really into dinosaurs back then, obsessed with them. And then he like switched on this one movie. It was Godzilla 2000. It was on the television for some reason. I was like, oh, look at the giant dinosaur. He looks pretty cool. He's destroying stuff. Destruction's cool. And then somehow I just like started, researching that somehow. I don't know how. And then, well, that's how it all started, I guess, from a mistake, pretty much.
Nice. So one of my first Godzilla movies, actually. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions back at me, I know this is your interview, but if you got any questions for me, feel free to ask.
All right.
But one of my first memories of a Godzilla movie was actually the '98 version.
98.
Yeah. So I didn't understand back then that it wasn't technically part of the Godzilla universe, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the first memories I got is watching that. I can't really remember what my first Godzilla movie was, but
at what age did you start getting into Godzilla?
I want to say like 5, but that's when I first. The thing is, that's when I first remember it. But my cousins even tell me that I was watching it before that, so I could have been maybe like 3 or 4. So we're talking 20, 21 years I've actually been watching Godzilla.
Wow. Damn.
Crazy shit. Crazy. Alright, so you obviously have a popular YouTube channel. How'd you start the YouTube channel? Why did you start the YouTube channel? And then around what time did you say, like, oh, geez, like thousands of people are starting to watch my YouTube channel. Like, I'm getting pretty good at this.
All right, so, well, first off, it started off as, like, another separate channel. I forget what it was called already. But it was kind of small, I guess. But then I got, like, 2 copyright strikes. So I had to make a new one, which was this one. And I guess the origin behind all this was, like, I just want to report on news and report on leaks and everything, which ended up costing me the channel, the first channel. So I don't know, I was just obsessed with leaks and finding out information and stuff of that sort. And the point where I'm like, wow, lots of views was maybe, not too sure, maybe like, I actually don't know. Maybe when I started posting like Ultraman videos up there, it was just like some snippets of Ultraman footage, and I don't know, for some reason there was just like a ton of views on those. I was like, whoa, like all of a sudden I have like this giant audience for some reason. So I guess that was the epiphany moment, I guess.
That was probably like prime time of YouTube or something like that.
Yeah.
Really, there's a point where you get lucky and someone and a good amount of people see one video and then it starts getting recommended and then next thing you know you got thousands of views. So yeah. I actually missed that time. So I got unlucky with the whole YouTube thing, but I had a perfect chance. I just didn't realize it, and I never took it because this is basically what happened. So I used to make my channel just started with posting random crap that I recorded with my dumbass like couple $100 Olympus camera. So
yeah.
Then I got into editing music videos, which obviously you can't make anything off of because that's a copyright strike right away as soon as you put the music up there. But the holy shit moment to me was I started using Adobe After Effects for a little bit. I started getting into that, and then I was posting like all these test videos, stuff like that. Like I recreated the energy wave from Dragon Ball Z to actually that's pretty well success. Like it looked pretty good anyway, I thought, and so I did that along with music videos. I did one like Ghost Rider music video, and then a whole collaboration of like a school project I did, and then the Transformers movies. But I did make one Godzilla music video, and I probably had this project sitting in my YouTube archive for like for years. And I got to college one day, and I'm going through all my files in my computer, and I just go, I never finished this music video. Because I just had, how music videos started with me is I would just think of a song, and I would think of like a cool piece of a scene of a movie to go with it, and that would be my base idea. So I'd make that scene first and then just style everything around it. So I open up that project, and it's an unfinished Godzilla project. And, it's a bunch of scenes from movies I had downloaded at the time. And it was to the song. It was a song by Skillet called Hero, but it was a remix. And
I think I've heard of that one. I think
yeah. So you might have even seen it. Anyway, I finished that music video when I was a freshman in college. So this was 2012, and I just randomly uploaded it. I remember my one friend told me to tag her in anything I edited and whatnot. So posted it on Facebook, or posted on YouTube first, then shared it to Facebook and everything. A couple people watched it. So I let the video sit over a few years because I didn't think anything of it. I thought no one was really gonna watch it. I just made it for fun, and I liked it, and it's cool. So I realized probably about a year ago, I go back and look at the views on that video, and I go, there's no fucking way this number is real. There was 1.6 million views.
Jesus God.
So that's my highest ranking YouTube video. But now I can't even get like up to 1,000 people to watch one video. So I clearly just missed my peak when I could have taken advantage of that. That was 5 years later. I realized I had that amount of views, and I could have kept going with it, but I just didn't. So I still make videos, and I just like mainly talking about Godzilla with friends, but that's about it. And probably gonna do toy reviews and stuff like that too.
Yeah. All right. Wait. Is it? I'm looking at on YouTube right now. It's the one with the Kiryu profile pic, right?
What's up?
It's the one with the Kiryu profile pic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn.
I didn't even edit the thumbnail. I just left it. So I don't even want to touch the video because the views keep going up. It just hit 1.8 million recently.
Yeah.
I guess just because Godzilla's a hot topic, but I mean channels like you, Tommy H, Mr. H, D-Man, you guys are all the hot YouTube Godzilla channels. So I leave that shit to you guys. But
yeah, I've never seen this actually. Yeah.
What's funny is I actually, when I started seeing your videos, I called you like the spoiler guy. I was like, oh, this guy's the spoiler guy. He knows like all the secret shit about this movie already. I'm going to him for all my info if I want it. So.
Yeah, I have a reputation for that, and like sometimes, most of the time it's positive, but sometimes it's very negative. So.
Which I'm telling you right now, it would be it's like you're the dark tourist type of in the Godzilla world. Because you'll put out there what no one else is willing to put out there to upset fans. But I mean, I fucking love it. I mean, I can't. Other fans are reserved. Like, I give D-Man a lot of credit. He's like, I don't want any spoilers. If there's any spoilers, then I'm banning you from this group for posting leaked shit and everything like that. And I'm like, dude, you got some control. Because if a video popped up right now, I would watch however or whatever popped up on a leak. So I just couldn't. I can't control myself like that.
But like I have like all the act videos up right now. Like.
Yeah, I did watch all those. I was waiting in anticipation after I saw Act 1. I was like, when's Act 2 coming out? When's Act 3 coming out? So I was waiting for those. But I mean, it's nothing big because when you put it this way, like you condense that down into what, maybe a half hour total video.
Yeah.
So this movie, if I had to take a guess, is probably like 2.5 hours. So there's going to be a lot more, meat and potatoes in that movie than what you're giving, which is the highlights in a half hour. Like, there's a lot that happens during that time that clearly isn't being spoiled. So it's not like I'm majorly spoiled.
Yeah, that's true. And also, like, I don't really go over like 5 moves or anything like that. I just say, oh, they battle it out. These people die or whatever. And yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So where do you get most of your sources then? Are you just like, you don't go on the dark web, do you?
No. I just, most of the time I use Toho Kingdom, the Toho Kingdom forums.
Okay.
I used to use GodzillaMovies.com, but I mean,
they're not totally like spoiler type stuff. Well, leak type stuff.
Yeah,
they're more on top of the big news.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake information on there too. It was pretty annoying back in the day in 2014. So I don't really trust them as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of like a lone wolf, just like looking everywhere. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever there's a new app that comes out, I'm always late to the party, but or app or website, but I guess this new thing Reddit is taking over. So I've been browsing that a little bit, and I actually, you can find some pretty good stuff on there. I found a whole, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's a whole description that someone recently posted of nearly every Titan you see in the movie. The only thing he didn't list is names, but from like someone had an inside source who said he worked on the book that's coming out. What's it called?
Oh, I remember that. I think.
What's the book called? The art of the it's not the Art of Destruction, because that was the first one. But
yeah.
It's the Art of King of the Monsters or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes into detail about what every kaiju looks like. So I know. I mean, I'm only good with knowing exactly 2 of them now. Like, I can put money down that I know exactly what 2 of them look like, and if you do basic research, it shouldn't be that hard to guess. But I mean, I could say it here. Like, remember how there's 2 kaiju named Bunyip and Baphomet? All right, so this is kind of a dead giveaway. So Baphomet is a goat. Like, literally, if you look at any picture of Baphomet, it's the head of a goat.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, not far-fetched to say this thing is probably going to look like a goat.
Yeah,
it's a goat.
Yeah.
So there's no surprise there. But the color I will say is unique with the movie. It's very recognizable. And then Bunyip, he was hit or miss, but I'm pretty sure I know who he is, and I'm pretty sure that's the Mammoth Tusk Kaiju.
Wait, you think so, really?
Yes, because That's because I've heard of all this stuff before, because I'm really into cryptids and shit like that. So I already know what Leviathan is, not in the Monsterverse term, but I've heard of Leviathan, I've heard of Abaddon, I've heard of Bunyip, I've heard of what's the other one? What's the other one I just named?
Well, there was
there's Methuselah, and then who else?
Oh, there's also, I don't know how you say it, Scylla or Skyla, I don't know.
Oh, Scylla. That's yeah, that's a multi-headed serpent from Homer's The Odyssey.
Yeah.
He
appeared, or he didn't actually appear in the movie, but like he's mentioned or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, but Bunyip, I was doing research because I have seen him on YouTube, but I was doing more research, and it said the descriptions were varying, but for the most part, the appearance of it has like a horse's tail, a walrus-like kind of body, and tusks. So I'm like, oh, well, that's a dead giveaway right there.
Yeah, isn't it like an amphibious kind of cryptid though?
Yes, it's a swamp. It's a swamp creature of Australia, and the interesting about it is that they recently found a skull. Like they recently, in a couple of last years, found like a skull that they thought was the bunyip. So that's where it came up, because I watch all those channels that about like cryptids and everything like that. So I'm pretty dead set on those two, and then I'm pretty sure Methuselah is the kaiju we keep seeing, or the titan we keep seeing in every single.
The rock kaiju, mountain kaiju, whatever.
Yes, the mountain kaiju.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually something I wanted to get your opinion on. So if you notice, we're gonna see what three, four more titans in this movie besides the two extra ones we've seen in the trailer.
Yeah. Like originally it was gonna be like a ton of them.
Yeah.
And then another source, which I recently contacted, whatever, said there was only like four of them. So that's pretty lame.
Yeah. So this is what I wanted to ask you. So if you notice in all the trailers, it heavily seems to only focus on those two.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any significance with those two? There's gonna be any significance with those two, or do you think they just said, "All right, let's pick these two," and then so that people don't expect that there's gonna be way more, and just show these two?
Yeah, I was also thinking about that, but I guess nothing really seems to indicate that they will have like a major role or anything like that, or any significance.
Yeah.
So personally, I don't really think so. But yeah, I guess who knows? I guess maybe I don't know. I mean, I kind of know, but at the same time, I don't
know. I got you. Yeah, it's interesting to think about, because those are the only two we've seen. Yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna have significance.
Supposedly, we should also see. Actually, I don't know if we could say spoilers in here. I don't know, but can we or not?
But if it's very common information by now, then I would say go ahead. But if it's like total mysterious leak, then
okay, then never mind. Then okay.
What does it have to do with?
No, it has to do with like. So there's three of them that I think are kind of common knowledge, and there's another one that's like I kind of found myself like a bit surprised was in it. So.
Oh, okay. Is it one of the ones in the that they reveal in the Monarch set in the set visit? Any of those names? You think?
No, it's not.
No.
No.
All right. So then we'll probably talk about that off air sometime.
Yeah.
Because now I kind of want to know. All right. So the movie's only 2 months away. Technically.
Yeah, wow.
So what are your expectations for this movie, really? Like, is there anything you really... Because, again, you've done the act videos, but there's still a lot in between those details that make up the movie. So is there anything specific that you want to see out of this movie at like a specific scene or something you don't want them to do or something like that? And what are your overall expectations for the movie?
All right, so mainly what I'm looking at now is like execution, so like cinematography and everything. And so far from the TV spot, especially the recent one or whatever, beautiful TV spot, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Awesome cinematography, amazing. But scenes I would want to see, or like I would really love to see, like during the final battle, they put in the Godzilla March. I think that's a perfect place to put it in. King Ghidorah's theme, Rodan's theme, Mothra's theme, all their themes. That would be amazing.
Are they getting their respective themes again? I know Godzilla was, but I can't remember if he said the other ones were.
Yeah,
I know Mothra is. Mothra is. They're putting Sacred Springs in there.
Yeah, Mothra is also. King Ghidorah's and Rodan's, I'm not too sure about, so I really hope they're in it. Yeah, I really hope so. But I'm not too sure on it.
You know, it would actually be interesting that you think about it, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think didn't Rodan's original theme eventually become Ghidorah's theme?
Rodan's theme.
Didn't eventually they play the Rodan theme during, like, in the first movie with Ghidorah? And it was his theme for a while until they changed it in 1995 or 6, whatever it was.
Really?
I could be wrong on that, but I think
I can't necessarily. I haven't seen those movies in ages, so maybe you are correct, but I don't really remember, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been a while, but so I think it was. I think they used the Rodan theme at first for Ghidorah.
Like I know they used the roar. I think.
I don't know about the roar, but I was gonna say if it was one, then they could play that when Rodan and Ghidorah meet each other, because then it would be both of their themes
in
one, as they're both fighting, which would be pretty cool.
That actually would be pretty cool. That would be amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can go on. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh no, that's fine. I guess something I am a bit worried about is the humor of the movie. From what I've heard, there's like some cringy jokes, so hopefully those are removed. Cause yeah, they're not good. There's also another problem with like, it was like teleportation or something. Like the characters would just like jump into like they would just go to the next scene all of a sudden without like establishing it. So hopefully that's also fixed. Yeah, I guess I'm mainly just looking at cinematography and score, pretty much. So yeah.
Okay. So what's interesting about us talking tonight is that probably right now, I don't know time differences, but I'm pretty sure WonderCon is still running, and so you posted we just got the 5 minutes of footage. Well, not we, but they showed 5 minutes of footage.
Yeah.
So there's been a couple articles I've seen so far with fan reactions, and they do say the cinematography and the viewpoint and everything like that is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So
I really want to see it, but no one's leaked it yet.
No one's leaked it yet. I mean that for me that's probably for the best, because I'm way too like eager with that shit. The second it pops up, I'm gonna be like, oh, I need it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, when they showed the first appearance scene 5 years ago with the first movie, I downloaded that shit in a heartbeat. Oh, I stole that right off YouTube. Like and then it probably got taken down like a minute later, and I was like, oh, got it.
Damn, like the Hawaii scene in WonderCon. Oh my
yes,
God.
it was a little different when they showed it, but
yeah,
I think there was only like one extra scene, and it's where you see him. You see like his back coming up from the beach view. I don't know why they took that out, but
oh my God! And also the 2012 Comic-Con trailer or whatever. That also, oh my God.
I didn't see that until probably 2 years later. I was ecstatic when I saw that, and I remember I was a sophomore in college, And I saw that, and I probably watched it like probably 10 times on my own. Wow. And my heart was like racing when I first saw it. So I ran out of my room, and I'm calling like all my friends who are in the dorms next to me. I'm like, guys, come in my room. You have to see this. This is so fucking cool.
Wow.
No, yeah, I was so that like reignited my Godzilla fandom pretty much. So that's when I got obsessed with it again. All right, so yeah, we went over the expectations. So the only thing I said I wanted was one interesting point, and I don't know if we'll still get it because the scene has since been debunked, but a lot of people thought we were getting, we still could, a Ghidorah origin scene. You know what I'm talking about? When he comes to the Earth during prehistoric times.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not totally sure if that's going to be in there yet. But one thing I actually said was I wanted a glimpse into Godzilla's past. Like, if we could see him during prehistoric times or something like that, that would be awesome. Yeah. Or if he was a baby, like we could see him through the eyes of him being a baby or an infant or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, interestingly enough, shortly after I thought about that and posted it in one of my groups, Birth of Kong came out not a few months after that, and they did the exact same thing. They showed Kong's parents, and then they showed the view of Kong during his infancy.
Yeah.
Which it's basically the same idea. So I was hoping we got that, but
for Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I really didn't have any further like major anything I like needed to see in the movie. But you're right definitely with the humor, because that was the same thing I thought with Skull Island. When I saw they were starting to put humor in there, I was like, oh, this could go good or bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Luckily they didn't butcher it in that movie, so I hope they don't in this other one. But then again, I guess it does apply to kids, kind of. It's supposed to be like a movie that parents and their kids can go see. So
yeah, I guess, yeah.
So I guess a joke here and there isn't bad, just as long as they don't overdo it.
Exactly. I don't want any cringy jokes or like, no, please, no.
Yeah. Well, I think Mothra is mainly like the kid connection to this movie. That's what mainly the young kids are gonna be looking for. Like Millie and Mothra are basically everything that the kids are gonna be freaking out over.
Yeah, especially Millie. Oh, Jesus God.
But that's good. Like, it's good to add that.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that they blend the idea of Mothra, like this ancient creature, having like this sweet connection with a human. I like that idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
and also they seem to promote Millie Bobby Brown a lot, like in literally all the trailers and everything. The thumbnail is Millie Bobby Brown. So.
Oh yeah, she's like the star of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Besides Godzilla, obviously. But so next thing I wanted to ask is, since we've been getting a lot of trailers and shit lately, just out of nowhere, and each one seems to be relatively different from the next, with a few exceptions. Do you think they're starting to show a little too much with these trailers?
In my opinion, yes. Especially, like, at first, I would say no, but then after I saw that scene with King Ghidorah shooting the beams at Mothra, I was like, no, you shouldn't have shown that part. Yeah.
That's the one scene that could have gone without, but...
Yeah, exactly.
It's still cool, nonetheless.
Huh?
It's still cool nonetheless, but yeah, that's one scene I could have gone without. I'm not sure why they put that in there.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, nah, you should not had this scene, but everything else is fine.
Yeah, ballsy move. But yeah, what's interesting about that is they'll show that, and they'll show, like a second of Fire Godzilla, as it's been called, but
yeah.
But they, I don't know if you remember this, but they accidentally uploaded the wrong photo to Instagram, and the photo was an osprey being lowered into a facility, and clearly on the left side you can see the Muto head. But they took
wait.
What?
I don't think I remember that, actually.
I didn't see it, but D-Man caught it, and he reported on it. So that's how I saw it. I knew that already because of the Tokyo Comic Con leaked footage. If you remember, they showed like a teaser for a teaser trailer, and then we got the trailer at Brazil Comic Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was like a teaser for that trailer, and it showed the female Muto head in a facility.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that.
It's, so I don't know why they would leave that scene out and then be secretive with that scene, but then just go throw that scene in there when everyone can clearly piece together for themselves what happens if you've seen a previous Godzilla movie.
Yeah, like I don't know. I guess I have weird tendencies to show and hide stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's okay. So then another thing similar to that is in the first trailer we saw like King Ghidorah. All we saw of him was this shadowy, devilish figure. Yeah, and that was sort of the mystery behind him. So do you think they revealed him way too quickly, and they could have hid him for longer and made him seem more evil and mysterious through the trailers without directly like casting him in the light or anything like that, so to speak?
Yeah. Personally, I would say so. I think trailer 2, obviously they were showing him off like completely, and I was a bit disappointed. I wish they waited at least to trailer 3 or something, maybe even the TV spots. But yeah, I guess I think they showed him too early.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be like this force that like, I don't know, he's incredibly powerful, but he's like shrouded in darkness. But I guess they didn't really go to that direction necessarily. So
yeah, what I think they should have done was they should have kept him in the shadow in the first trailer. Then in the second trailer, that scene of him coming out of the ice, that was fine because it's a good view of him, but he's still dark, pretty much. Yeah. Him shooting the beam, I was kind of okay with. And then the charge scene really showed him off. Like, I think a little too much. Like, I still love that scene. That's my favorite part of that trailer when they charge each other. But I think it just revealed King Ghidorah way too much.
Yeah, I definitely agree, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, literally his entire body is shown, so that's pretty lame.
Yeah, what I was expecting was like similar to the picture we got of Ghidorah wrapped around the building and Godzilla roaring at him. Like I thought it was gonna be a scene like that, except lightning flashes and then you see him for a second and they roar at each other and then it cuts to the end of the trailer. So like you only see a second of them. But yeah, that would have been, I think that would have been a little better to add to like his mystery and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, we pretty much know what he looks like fully now.
Exactly. And then even in the beautiful TV spot, they just say Ghidorah, and then you just see Ghidorah there. Mothra, you see Mothra fully. Rodan, you see Rodan fully.
Yeah, well, I've been waiting to see Rodan fully. I think they've kept Rodan like more hidden than Ghidorah, if anything.
I mean, they kind of like
up to this point. Like now they're starting to show Rodan, but
like in the second trailer they show like his entire body with the little spin thing, and then trailer 1, what was that?
Yeah, but you still don't see. I don't think you saw him head on before that. There was no other scene with him head on. Well, 2 actually, the 2, but they were just very brief. And he's in the background, too. So, like, Ghidorah, he's basically the center of the shot in every shot he's in. So, it's like, a little different.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you can even remember the 2014 campaign. Probably. But So how did the 2014 campaign, like all the ads and everything, the advertisements and everything like that, compare to this one in your mind? Do you think they're doing it better or worse?
That's a good question. I think overall the campaigns for both are very good, but I would say, okay, so G14 had, let's see, I'm trying to remember. It had the Monarch clips, and then the teaser trailer was out. And then did we even have a third trailer for that movie? I don't even remember. But,
I don't totally remember. We had the big trailer was the Asia trailer, if you remember that one. And that was the final trailer that said "Let them fight," and then Muto flies towards Godzilla and he roars.
Yeah,
that was the big trailer. Movie, so that might have been the third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? There was three. Come to think of it, there was three. There was the Halo jump scene where you see Godzilla through the goggles, and then the official trailer, and then the Asia trailer.
Wasn't the goggle one the teaser trailer?
I think it was kind of like trailer one, I would say.
Oh, we had an international trailer. I remember we had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. I guess that constitutes a trailer 3.
Like, the first one was the Halo jump with him coming out of the dust at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say 3, yeah.
Okay.
Plus the TV spots.
So I think marketing-wise, damn. Like, see, the thing is that I'm kind of biased because my hype for G14 was honestly higher than right now because, you know, it's first movie I've seen for Godzilla, an American movie of Godzilla, and, you know, a new Godzilla movie finally. And this movie is like, oh yeah, we see Godzilla again, you know, after you know, a couple years. So, I would maybe say the thing I didn't really like about Godzilla King of the Monsters is that they released trailer 1 very early, in my opinion. I think 6 months is a little too early. But overall, I would say Godzilla King of the Monsters has a better marketing campaign.
Yeah. I think there's one key element to both that are polar opposites that each is like kind of sort of a negative to their campaign, to each campaign. And that's that the first one was way too reserved, and the second one is way too open.
Yeah.
Because if you remember in 2014, they weren't showing anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, anything. We couldn't get a screenshot. We couldn't get a teaser trailer. We had to rely on leaks. Like, that's it. That is literally it. That's all we got. Until the TV spots started coming out, like, a month before the actual movie came out. This one, everything was spaced out better. We got teased better because we got a few screenshots here and there. But the problem now is that number one, they're starting to show a little too much, and number two, everything seems a little clumped together now. Yeah, since we're crunching close to movie time.
Yeah, and also our first full view of like King Ghidorah was like an SH Monsterverse figure, which, you know, that was kind of lame in my opinion. So
yeah, the toy spoilers for this one were kind of lame.
Yeah,
how we saw Ghidorah fully, and then how we saw Fire Godzilla get released by Jackson Pacific.
Yeah,
people were pissed off by that one.
Yeah, very pissed off. Yeah.
But that's going to translate well on scene. That's all I was thinking when I saw that figure.
Yeah. I heard Fire Godzilla was in the WonderCon footage or whatever.
No. No, he wasn't. I don't think he was.
Really?
I don't think so. That would be... I don't think they would show that. But I heard it was Godzilla's first encounter with Ghidorah.
Yeah, in Antarctica.
Yeah.
I have an entire thing right here.
Yeah. Godzilla Movies posted something about it with a bunch of tweets from it.
Yeah.
But if you want to read it off, go ahead.
Let me see. Okay. Wait, where is it at? Oh, crap. Where is it at? Damn it.
I can pull it up real quick. One second.
No, well, I was looking through Toho Kingdom, and there's like a couple people who went on there, and this guy made like a total description of what's on there, chronological order, and everything.
That'd honestly be weird if they did that.
Let's see. Okay, well, I'll mention the parts that aren't too spoilery. So yeah, footage of Ghidorah coming out of the ice. Whatever, Godzilla then appears. They fight. Then we see Ghidorah on the volcano, which we've seen. Mothra and Rodan fighting. More fighting in Antarctica. We also see, or actually that's probably a spoiler. Yeah, right here. And finally, burning Godzilla roar. So I don't know.
Interesting.
According to that.
I didn't see that one. I'm looking at a couple right now, and I don't see that one.
A pilot ejects and gets eaten by Rodan, also shown.
A jet gets eaten by Rodan?
A pilot ejects, but gets eaten by Rodan.
Oh, that's interesting.
Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't want them to show too much, but it looks like they showed too much with this one. But,
yeah.
Whatever. It's alright. There's still plenty of movie left.
Mm-hmm.
So, I commented on your Instagram thing, and I said they should have showed either the Mothra larva sequence, or Godzilla interacting with the sub. That would have been perfect.
Exactly.
Because neither of those are significant events within the movie, or they are significant events within the movie, but like they're not like action filled and anything that gives the rest of the movie away.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely want to see the submarine thing, but oh well, I guess.
Yeah, it's whatever. Okay, where are we up to? Alright, we went over trailer, upcoming footage. Alright, anything else you want to talk about pertaining to this movie?
I guess one thing is that according to some people, I can't necessarily confirm, but supposedly, King Ghidorah has this like ability that's shown in the WonderCon footage. I don't know if it's true though. I don't know if it constitutes as spoilers. I don't know, but it's like something Grand King Ghidorah did in the Rebirth of Mothra series.
It's
but
something.
I don't know.
It's something what Ghidorah did?
That Grand King Ghidorah did in the
Grand King Ghidorah. Okay.
Yeah. According to some people, there was a scene with Ghidorah using this new ability or whatever, but I don't know if it's legit or not, to be honest.
What's the ability? Like to drain energy out of people or something?
No, it's like he shoots like beams out of the corner of his wings.
Oh, okay. I know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of suspected that, actually.
Yeah, so like,
I suspected that. I in the first trailer, if you notice, the lightning strikes behind him instead of in front of him. So I actually already speculated that he'll be able to electrify the air around him. So.
Oh, okay.
I already kind of guessed he could shoot lightning from whatever direction he wants to. Since his whole body's made of gold too, like he could project it basically anywhere.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I wonder if he can even like manipulate exactly where to shoot the lightning. That'll also be cool.
Yeah, maybe.
Because according to some, he is able to do that, but
like curve his lightning bolt.
No, like for example, like there's like jets coming in, and then he's like, "Oh, let me just like send some lightning bolts there and there and there to just destroy him."
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you meant like curve the beams or something like that.
Oh,
like how Space Godzilla could do, where he would literally make his beam go like up and around.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
It just curves around and shit.
But so anything else?
I guess nothing else, no.
Alright, so basically hit on that whole topic. Alright, so let's move into getting a little ahead of ourselves, but since it's closer than we even think, which I'm in a way bummed about. But Godzilla vs Kong, it's it's being worked on. We did get one screenshot from set, but it's really nothing you can even see.
Yeah.
It's just like a camera. But what are your hopes with that movie? Really, like early speculations about it, and what's your overall take on it with the director and everything like that?
So I think did Adam Wingard say that Godzilla and King Kong it was gonna be them two or something like that? I don't know. Didn't he say something about that? I don't know. I forget.
What, like in terms of them being the only monsters?
Them. Like it's just them. Like it's just a battle. It's just a film between them, and that's it.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more. No, there's gotta be more because there's
I don't know if he said that or not.
I don't know if he did either, but there's no way all those hits on the Monarch website, which are to us, we're pretty sure there's Titans. They're all Titans, which if you count, there's like 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're getting more Titans in the next movie.
Yeah.
Plus, you mentioned that there's gonna be a Titan residing in a lake in something like that.
Yeah,
there's gonna be more. I can guarantee you.
Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, I'm definitely very excited. To be honest, I think it's like I'm not as hyped for Godzilla vs Kong, like versus this because I mean in this movie we have King Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra. In that movie, it's just it's King Kong. I mean it's still cool for the general audience. It's great, but I guess it's like I don't know, a little bit underwhelming, even though it's like the battle of like what the century or whatever. I don't know. But I think it'll be really cool if like we can get our first like Godzilla vs Kong teaser while watching Godzilla King of the Monsters. I think that would just be amazing. Like I don't know, somehow they finish filming early or something, and then they're able to create a teaser and then play it in front of the movie theater before Godzilla King of the Monsters. I think that'd be really awesome, in my opinion. But anyhow, regarding plot details, I don't know how they're gonna make Godzilla and King Kong fight. I don't know. I'm not as creative, so I'm not sure. But I hope Godzilla wins. I don't necessarily want King Kong to die. If he dies, I mean, I wouldn't care because King Kong. I don't really care about King Kong. But yeah. I want Godzilla to win. So
yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I'm just a huge Godzilla fan.
King Godzilla for sure.
I think that he said there would be a definitive winner, and it looks like somehow, some way, there's going to be some sort of team up or something like that. Not directly a team up, but what really is probably going to happen is Kong and Godzilla are going to be fighting other Titans on the same battlefield, and then wipe them, or like just crush the other Titans, and then they're the last two standing, and then they turn to each other, and then they just start fighting, and then Godzilla just beats the shit out of Kong so bad that Kong basically backs down and just returns to Skull Island. Like, I don't want him to die either, but
yeah. Personally, I think what will happen is Godzilla and King Kong, they actually fight each other. Definitive winner, Godzilla wins.
Yeah.
And then somehow there's a third threat or whatever, I don't know, the third kaiju comes in, beats Godzilla, and then King Kong comes in to save the day, and then like that. I think that's personally what I think is going to happen, because we have a definitive winner, but yet there's still like a team up.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
What the third kaiju is, I don't know. Maybe a new creation, maybe it's
probably
King Ghidorah again, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm really not sure. Like, without giving away a leak or a major spoiler or anything like that. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but
yeah, me too.
But it's not going to be Destroyer. That's for damn sure, because that train's been hyped for way too long.
Yeah, I mean, unless somehow Legendary announces they have the rights to Destroyer, then okay,
it's not going to happen.
Destroyer's going to be in it, but
what's funny about that is the whole oxygen destroyer creating destroyer thing.
Yeah.
Realistically, the oxygen destroyer not even being called the oxygen destroyer in this movie, it's going to have such a little part that that to say it's going to be that significant in a future movie, it's just there's like almost zero chance for it.
Yeah.
And I feel embarrassed even saying that because I did make a video on speculating if Destroyer could come in the next movie.
Oof. I mean, I guess if they are really lazy and they're like trying to find little details from like their movies, like, okay, you know what, we can't think of anything, so we'll just get this little minute detail from this movie and just make it a big plot point. I guess that's possible, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So I actually forgot to mention this in the while we were talking about the last movie, but what was interesting when I found that Reddit thing was that they were actually I speculated on this too, and I was right that Mike Dougherty wanted to make, or that he wanted to put other Toho monsters in this movie, but it just wasn't cost effective.
Yeah.
And with the idea he had, it would have been cool, but the thing is, they would have been Easter eggs, and that's why he didn't want to go about spending the money on it. So the new Titans are gonna have a lot of Godzillaverse influence. Like they're gonna look like other kaiju, kinda. But not direct. They're not gonna be the same. They're new creations. Like for instance, they were gonna put Gabra in this movie.
Nah.
He was gonna be like an Easter egg type.
Like I know that's from the one thing from Reddit, but like I don't know if I truly believe that Reddit thing, to be honest.
It kind of makes sense, but they like for example, they put another Titan in instead. That's like there's no other description of it besides that it has one eye.
Oh. Like so, as an example, I think it talks about how there's this like clover-looking kaiju in there, and then there's a separate kaiju that's a spider kaiju.
Yes, I was confused about that. Is there a clover/muto type kaiju and then the spider kaiju, or are they referring to the same one?
Yeah, according to that, they're two different things.
Okay, I've heard that.
From what we know of, they're the same exact thing. Because originally, or in a screening in like July, it was described as a Cloverfield-looking kaiju.
Yes.
But in a more recent screening, it's like, oh, they kind of changed it to a spider kaiju. So they're the same exact thing, but in that one leak, quote unquote leak, they mention it's two different entities. So I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a little bit off, to be honest. And the Gabra thing, I mean, nah. No way.
No. I gotta see how accurate his other things were, like his other points are in this movie to actually know.
I guess.
Because if every other point turns up right, and so I wouldn't see the benefit for him in throwing that one little detail in there. So we gotta see.
Yeah, I guess. Dory also really I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he also liked Biollante a lot. So
he likes cool. Biollante and Gigan. And
yeah.
You know what? After that article came out, I already saw people saying, "Oh, Biollante and Gigan are gonna be in this movie," and
yeah, that was hilarious.
And I even commented on one of the videos, and I straight up said, "No, you read that entire article wrong." He said if he had to redo the movie and use other kaiju, those are the two he would have used. They're going to be in this movie. They're not going to be in a future movie. Those were the two he would have liked.
Exactly, yeah.
People misconstrue words.
Exactly, yeah. It's for likes and shit. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, but whatever gets the people talking and people hyped, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So back to kind of Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, I'm just kind of bummed that the two movies were rushed so close together. I would have liked a little more time in between. Because I feel like right after King of the Monsters, like the hype for that is not even gonna settle in that much until we're focusing on Godzilla vs Kong. And yeah, that's the only thing.
How long did the hype for 2014 last? I forget. Like,
post movie.
Yeah, post movie. Yeah.
Not long. I can tell you that. Once people saw he wasn't in there for long, the hype didn't last too long.
Yeah, but this movie, I mean, it's gonna be different. I think
it's gonna be a lot different. This is probably like gonna be my new favorite movie of all time. I'd go as far as to say that. Because this is the best looking Godzilla we've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I think for sure this is probably the best depiction of King Ghidorah for me.
Yes, it definitely is.
Yeah, I mean that one scene with the cross and everything. Wow.
Yep, that's gonna be a very good scene.
Yeah, that's wow.
With how much action is in this movie too, it's just crazy. Yeah. It's just nuts.
I know. Hopefully it's not. There's gonna be people saying, "Oh, it's too much kaiju," and I don't know, something like that. But
it's like saying there's too much Transformers.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think you're getting?
Like, oh, too little, and then the next movie, oh, too many.
Yeah, that was another thing with it. Like, I feel like they had to go balls to the wall with this movie, or else they were gonna lose people. Since the first one, like, didn't receive good feedback from like non-Godzilla fans who just go there to see a giant atomic breath breathing reptile fight shit.
Like whenever people started learning that Godzilla wasn't in it as much, even the box office, it just like dropped off and everything. Yeah. Wow. Ripped.
Kong Skull Island actually did better than Godzilla 2014. So.
Which one or what?
Kong Skull Island. It brought in more money than Godzilla 2014.
I think it did less domestically though. I think. Yeah, I think it did less domestically. Oh, so I guess it must have been China because they had Chinese actors, so that must have been an effect.
Oh. I didn't know that part.
566 million. That's pretty good.
I think Godzilla was around 540 or 30, something like that.
Yeah. What do you think for the box office for this movie? Like, around?
If people spread the word enough, I'm gonna make a ballsy prediction and say close to $1 billion.
Whoa.
900 to $1 billion. I don't know. Because I don't think the first one appealed to kids as much. So now we're with this new movie. Like, people are gonna take their kids. Because everyone's probably like, oh, Mothra, Millie Bobby Brown. So we're gonna get we're gonna probably get families in there.
Yeah, I think that's a little too optimistic, though, to be honest.
A little too, but you know what I say. I always set a goal higher than what I can actually do, so that I work harder to get closer to it.
Yeah.
So
I would say maybe like 750 around there. I would go around there.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, because of the monster action, and I guess some people are in there because of Millie Bobby Brown. Others are in there because of maybe they just like Michael Duarte and are like, oh, another movie by him, so I'll just watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so actually, I didn't want to touch on this topic. Going back to Godzilla vs Kong, so a couple of people are iffy about this Adam Wingard guy since he's not too well known, but based on what I've seen from him, he did Death Note and Blair Witch, which are his two big ones, I guess. But I have not seen Death Note, but people said Death Note was really good. I saw Blair Witch, and are you into horror at all?
Not too much, but I know the general plots of most.
Yeah, and you're probably still way too young to even know what the first Blair Witch project is. Do you know what that is?
It was basically recorded like a found footage.
Yes, essentially that. It was very low budget film.
Yeah,
almost nothing happens actually in that movie.
They didn't even show any of the witch or whatever.
No, it doesn't. The most you hear and see is they come out of the tent at one point, and there's all these weird cross-type stick figure things hanging from the trees. And then you hear the tent shake at one point, and then you just hear people scream in the background. That's really it. It was that low budget that it got away with that, and people actually liked it. I mean, I didn't like it too much, but I was like, at the time, like this would be kind of creepy seeing. So I went to see the new Blair Witch when it was coming out, and what was crazy about it is that Adam Wingard did this movie so well that it looked like you would say like this movie came out like 2 years after the Blair Witch Project, just with a bigger budget. Like it fit that well.
Really?
It was really good. I loved it personally. I watched the Blair Witch Project right before I saw Blair Witch, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks exactly like the same director did it.
Damn, I mean that's a pretty big compliment to Adam then.
It is, but the only thing I said was let's see how that translates into a Godzilla movie. Clearly, he can do horror like very well, but let's see how he does Godzilla vs Kong if he can.
Yeah, that's true. I watched Death Note. I mean, I was pretty biased because I saw the Death Note anime prior to that.
Yeah,
like, it was fresh in my mind, so I was like, oh, and I actually heard it was bad, and I don't know where. It must have been probably from Death Note viewers, the original from the anime. But anyhow, in my opinion, it was a meh film. I didn't really like it too much. Although there's this one character, it's like this demon character, the suit or the design for him and everything, and the choreography that was really well made. So when it came to actual horror aspects, like the scenes with a specific devil character, very well made. But all the human scenes, nah.
Well, that's the tall guy, right? That's like the main devil thing.
Yeah.
Jason Lyles played that guy.
Really, Jason Lyles played that guy.
Yeah, that's Ghidorah's center head.
Wow.
Same role, and he played George in Rampage too.
Oh yeah, that one I did know. Yeah, but wow, he played that guy too. Or Ryuk, that's his name.
Ryuk, yes. I'm not that much into anime, but
yeah, me neither. That's the only anime I watched ever, other than the anime movies from Godzilla. But yeah.
So I think it's in good hands. Plus, him and Doherty collaborated with each other, so they said it's in good hands. So I trust them.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. Also, Michael, or the director for this movie, he also, I think, he wrote a little bit of Godzilla vs Kong to like kind of meld them together. So that's also good to hear.
Yeah, he made sure the subject matter was like continuous.
Yeah.
Kind of. It doesn't. It's not gonna feel like it's a completely different movie. It's gonna feel like it happened right after. But what I'm curious about is, with the level of destruction we're seeing in this movie, like, I don't know how it's gonna translate into the next movie, because I tell people it's not like Marvel where you can just where you can have like all these characters and each one terrorizes like a different city at different points, because they're human-sized people that you're dealing with. These are monsters that could level an entire city in a day that you're dealing with. So if they're causing this much destruction in this movie, then I hope they wouldn't go as far as to say like, yeah, shit is rebuilt in a year.
Yeah, I guess maybe like a post-apocalyptic movie. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's what I'm curious to see, like how they handle that part.
Yeah, that would be really interesting.
Yeah. So then, final topic I want to address is the future of the Monsterverse. So where do you think it's going from here after 2020?
Okay, so is this like if it does continue, or that's also in question too?
It could be both. Do you think it will continue, and where is it going?
Personally, I think it will continue. Godzilla King of the Monsters is going to do well in the box office, hopefully. Godzilla vs. Kong should also do well, so I think there will be a future. And for the future, I think there will be maybe like one, I don't know, maybe either Rodan or Mothra solo movie.
Yeah.
Definitely Godzilla 3. Kong 2, I don't really know how they're going to continue with Kong necessarily. Maybe Birth of Kong, the movie or something. I'm not too sure about that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I've been hearing people say, like, oh, they should put in, like, the Beast of 20,000 Fathoms or something for a solo movie. I'm like, no, that's not...
I don't get that. I don't get that.
Monetarily, that's not gonna do good. So, and also some people are saying, oh, they should just make their own kaiju, like, solo movie. I think that would be a good idea, but I don't know. I think that's a little too risky this early on.
Yeah.
So, I think a King Ghidorah solo movie will be really cool, like showing the origins of him arriving to Earth, like prehistoric times and everything. I think that would be really, really cool. Another good idea is like a Hollow Earth movie where like humans go into the Hollow Earth and like they discover all these random creatures in here, and kind of like a Journey to the Center of the Earth, kind of like that, except there's like tons of tunnels everywhere, and you have to go through there or something. Maybe Barragon's in it. I don't know. I think that's also a good idea. And yeah, I guess, yeah. And Destroy All Monsters. Destroy All Monsters. That would be a perfect way to conclude it. So those are my thoughts.
Okay. Well, one thing it wouldn't directly be part of the Monsterverse, but if you're talking about them going into the Hollow Earth, similar idea. I think they should I don't even know if you'll know this movie, but one movie they could redo, and I think it would be actually pretty popular, is do a redo of Them. Do you remember that movie? Or have you heard of that movie? That's the giant ant movie.
Ants, okay.
Yep, it's called Them. That was one of the best movies of that era.
Wasn't that movie made before Godzilla 1954?
Let me double check. I forget what year it came out.
Yeah, it's Them with an exclamation mark, right? Same year.
Oh, look at that.
1954.
Yeah.
Was it before? Oh, technically it was before because it was June 15th. But yeah, same year.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good movie. I think that would get some hype if they did that, or even made a reference to that if they were to do like a Hollow Earth movie and then they put giant ants in it.
Yeah, that would be a really clever reference.
That makes sense. But see, going back to it, the only issue I have with how they're going to do the future of the Monsterverse is the question of if they're going to have the balls to go as far as to like keep destroying all these cities around the world. That's pretty much it, because again, we're not talking about human-sized people here like Marvel can do and get away with how many movies they have. These are giant animals that are causing citywide damage.
Yeah, exactly.
That just like to say all these encounters happen and they keep rebuilding is just like kind of unrealistic to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess there's a lot of Earth to destroy, so you could get away with it in one aspect.
Like the humans should just give up like rebuilding things, just like become primitive,
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You know what's interesting too about this movie? I thought is that they're not doing the usual like hotspot final battle scene. Like Nevada was a hotspot, but it's usually like monsters always end up in New York City. And
oh yeah, that's a good observation. Yeah.
And they chose Boston. Like who the fuck would ever choose Boston?
Yeah.
I mean, Fenway Park is pretty big, but I don't think there's been any other movie that said like, yeah, let's have these monsters fight at a freaking baseball stadium.
I mean, I guess San Francisco is kind of popular, but like compared to like New York, yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. Well, the 14 was in Vegas, right?
It was in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, Vegas was where the female Muto was located at.
Yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Still two big areas, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only issue I have with the Monsterverse continuing. But I mean, if they could pull it off, I would love to see more.
See some old
I think
kaiju in there.
I think a Mothra movie would work best because she's the second most recognizable character.
Yeah.
And I think like a Mothra versus the Dark Moth movie would work, and obviously just throw Batra or some form of Batra in there.
Yeah,
because that's her dark opposite, and I think that would be a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And then it would work because the ending would be Mothra dies, and she lays the egg, which gets planted that they find in King of the Monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be the end.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Mothra larva, and then I don't know how they would necessarily explain the dark version necessarily in the whole grand scheme of things, but I'm trying to think.
I haven't watched Battle for Earth in a while, so I forget how Batra was created, but I'm pretty sure they just said like Mothra was the dark opposite or Batra was the dark opposite of Mothra.
Yeah, I think so.
But that could work.
I never really liked that movie, so I don't really pay attention.
It was okay. I liked it. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But I'm not sure if a Rodan solo movie would work. I mean, he did have his original own solo movie. I don't know how it did, but
like in Rodan's solo movie, there's like little insects. I forgot what I think they're Meganura or Meganula. One of those two.
Which come back to form Megaguirus.
Yeah, so that's why there were some people saying that for a Rodan solo movie, it should be Rodan versus like a Megaguirus type kaiju, and I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Like, what's cool is they kind of already established that these things have been on Earth, and that they've encountered other civilizations. So that could be their key, like their starting point into each movie, which I think would be cool.
Yeah, like, it gives credence to like other prehistoric creatures and like relations between them and other kaiju that can be introduced later on.
Yeah. Actually, getting back to King of the Monsters for a second, now that we're bringing this up, so I'm interested to see how they explain what happened with the wall paintings, because they are not the carvings, because we've been seeing those carvings, and we know that Godzilla and Ghidorah have fought before, and that Mothra was there, and she obviously died because there's this new egg. But what I want to know really is how Ghidorah got frozen in ice. After fighting Godzilla, unless he was hurt and Godzilla literally knocked him out in Antarctica.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So
it probably won't be addressed in the movie, but maybe it's kind of like Final Wars, where like whenever Godzilla fell into that pit of ice or something, and then they just dropped all the ice in where Godzilla was at. I think it might be a situation like that. I don't know. King Ghidorah just falls on this crevice or something, and then
there's a landslide or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then he just gets buried in all this ice, and then just is stuck there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because people were thinking he crash landed on Earth and he froze, but that wouldn't make sense if they're saying him and Ghidorah have fought before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I want to see how they explain that.
Yeah. And they probably also think that one scene in the second trailer is King Ghidorah's asteroid or whatever. They probably think that too, which I think that would be really cool if it was the case. But
Yeah, I'm not sure how that scene is gonna play out because I'm iffy about it.
Mm.
But I'm hoping we do get some kind of origin story in the movie
Mm-hmm.
or flashback, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so I'd probably be doing every listener a disservice if I didn't ask this question. But do you think Gamera will ever show up in Monsterverse?
Nah. I'm
No.
sorry, Gamera. I'm sorry, but no. I mean, I would absolutely love to see Gamera, Godzilla versus, or first Gamera solo movie, and then Godzilla versus Gamera. I can already imagine it. Amazing, but no, I don't see him, unfortunately.
See, I had a different idea on it, actually. I said that I don't think Gamera would create his own revenue because I'm not sure that many people know who he is. Not as much as Godzilla, anyway. Like Godzilla and Mothra, they're the two most known. Like there's countless references of them in in culture, like in every TV show and whatnot. But Gamera's just not too recognizable to the fans. So I said, if you were gonna throw Gamera in there, it would have to be in a movie with Godzilla and with more monsters, because you would have to have like Godzilla fighting someone else, and then another kaiju wakes up and it's Gamera, and he fights like another, I guess, recognizable to us character like Gauss or something like that. And then they chase each other across the world or something like that, and then they end up in the U.S. and Godzilla's fighting over here, and then Gamera gets thrown in the battle with other monsters or something like that. Like how you said, a destroy all monsters scenario.
Yeah.
If Gamera gets caught up in that because he's chasing Gauss around the world or something like that, and then he gets they both fall into the middle of it. That, I think, that's the only way you can have him work.
So you don't necessarily see like a Godzilla versus Gamera, just them two movie, like.
They could do it, but they're both kind of good characters, so I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how it would work exactly. I mean, obviously they could scale him too, but it's a known fact that Gamera is a lot smaller compared to Godzilla.
I mean, I guess certain iterations. I think the Heisei Gamera is like 99 meters or something.
Oh, okay, so that's closer.
Yeah, it's Gamera 1999. I mean, the stats normally suck all the time, but
yeah. Which, that was my favorite one. I loved his look in Gamera vs. Iris.
Yeah, I mean, I love that movie. Let's see. Okay, actually 60 to 80 meters.
60. Yeah, that's still. That's.
Wait. Showa is 60 meters. Heisei is 60 meters. I think. Oh, wait. What is this? Yeah, I think 1999 Gamera is the tallest one, 80 meters.
Yeah, so that Godzilla is 105 meters in this universe, so they would have to scale him up.
Yeah.
Oh, which isn't Godzilla even bigger in this movie? Apparently, didn't they add a few feet to him?
I'm not too sure about
that. That's apparently what I heard. Because he was 350 feet in 2014, and apparently he's closer to 400 now, from what I've heard.
Really?
Maybe they'll justify that with him just growing up more over the 5 years, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or when he gets his power boost or something like that, he'll be bigger.
Yeah, I think a perfect way to introduce like a height increase is definitely the power boost, for sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe if they do, it will be explained in the Aftershock comic, because they said that in the Godzilla Aftershock comic, that's where they'll explain why Godzilla's spines changed. So.
Okay. Yeah, actually, one thing I wasn't sure was, in the act videos, you said, and this isn't your fault. You're probably just reading it off another website, but it said that he gets a new spine look after his power up. So I wasn't sure if that meant we were going to see him in his 2014 form until that point, or if he has his 2019 spines, but then he powers up and they just become like blue, flashing.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure, but like, according to my source, he said, "Oh yeah, it increases in size." But maybe they changed that. I don't know. I mean, he did see the movie in August, so it was a while ago. So I guess they could have changed that, I suppose.
Is this like a higher up friend, or how do they do these test screenings? Do they just invite random people, or is it people who work on the set?
Random people. So I think originally it was gonna be it was promoted as, oh, it's just a Warner Brothers test screening. Most people in there thought it was gonna be like a Shazam test screening or something.
Okay.
So people just went in like, oh, it's a Warner Brothers movie, so I'll just check it out what it is, and then they would just play whichever movie. And in this case, it was Godzilla. So I guess he was able to watch the Godzilla test screening in August.
Huh.
And there was also some test screenings very recently in Japan by Toho, from what I'm hearing, like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. So, yeah, pretty recent.
Huh. Yeah, that is. And the movie's finished now too, so.
Yeah, we've gotten some details from those test screenings too, here and there. I mean, their validity is, I'm not too sure about them, but one of the people who supposedly went to one of those, he was talking about a scene with King Ghidorah on top of a mountain, and then you see the cross right there in front of him. And at first we would ridicule him because he was just on some random forum. So he was like, oh, come on, you don't have any evidence or anything. And then all of a sudden, I watched the TV spot, and you see King Ghidorah on a mountain and the cross right there. I'm like, wow, this guy said exactly the same thing like a few weeks ago. So I was pretty impressed.
Wow. Yeah. Well, we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But is there any other topics you want to touch on?
Not really, I guess.
Alright, well, I pretty much hit on all my points. I don't know if you have anything else.
Well, I hope Godzilla King of the Monsters is good. Godzilla vs. Kong is good in box office. And we have a future for the Monsterverse. Yeah.
Yep, I hope so too. Alright, well, nice interviewing you, man. Nice to know you, or getting to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
We definitely got to do this more. Get you on a 3-way call with my other buddy. Have more topics like this.
Nice.
Or more conversation topics like this. I want to get more people on here too. Like I hit up D-Man, I hit up Mr. H, I hit up Tommy H. So we'll see how many of them actually are interested in talking.
That'd be really cool.
What?
That'd be really cool if like literally all of us were on a call. That'd be really awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do it at least once to get like multiple people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you go. That's all I got for this. Unless you got anything to finish with.
I guess not. Wait, are you still recording or whatever? Or?
Yeah, I'm about to do the outro and everything like that.
I guess I've already said pretty much all I've said already. Yeah, I guess I'm good.
All right. That has been Methlokaiju, guys. Hope you enjoy the episode. We'll see you next time.